Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. So my name is Lexi Jong, and I just wanted to share with you guys one of my recent favorites. So this is the Viseart blush palette in Rose Coral. So it's VBL02, and it is my first Viseart blush palette, but the other color options, they just never really appealed to me as something I would use all of them. So this one, although these are deeper shades, I was really intrigued by the color combinations, and I am really liking this. So I've used this in a couple of Get Ready With Me videos, so I know some of you guys have seen this before, but I just wanted to go over some swatches and my thoughts on this real quickly. So this palette is $80. It is available at Muse Beauty Pro. It's available on Beautylish. And I mean, if you are in France, Viseart Paris has it as well. So it's a really nice palette and it is $80. But if you buy from Muse Beauty Pro, they do have a deal where you can get the ESUM G53 blush brush with the palette for $89. So that's what I did. I purchased these together for $89. I'm not affiliated in any way with Muse Beauty Pro, but I thought it was a great deal, and it was a blush brush that I did not already have, so I was interested in trying it. One thing I forgot, I wanted to go over the ESUM G53 blush brush. So again, I purchased this from Muse Beauty Pro, and it's just an extra $9 for the brush. And I think that deal, if you're interested in the blush palette, is totally worth it. This is their medium dome blush brush. It's a pretty classic shape, and I think the size is a good size. It's great for, applying and blending out. It's made out of goat hair, and it's a really nice brush. So I've used it for the application today. I've been using it a few times and I haven't had any issues with blending. I think the length of the bristles works really well with the application, and overall I like this brush. Now it is goat hair, which it's a soft bristled brush. It's not going to be as soft as like a squirrel hair brush, but that does make it easier to use with other blushes that are not quite so pigmented, where you kind of have to use a little bit firmer pressure to get it out of the pan. So overall, great brush. Again, if you're interested in the blush palette, I thought this was a great deal personally. Again, I'm not affiliated in any way, but I just really thought it was a good deal, and I love passing on sales or deals. So thanks so much. So let me go ahead and show you guys the swatches here. So I went down here and then down on the right side. So you can see they are all very pigmented. You really just need to tap your brush just a tiny bit on the blush to get up enough pigment. And I've used several different brushes for this. I think it works well with pretty much any blush brush. I haven't had any issues. It blends very nicely. It is very pigmented, so you need to be careful not to use too much. I do have a little clip of me applying today's blush where I used these two of the more orangey shades. So texture wise, it's very, you can see there's not a lot of like kick up or anything. And honestly, the kick up that you see in there is from me swatching too hard with my fingers. So it's really not a super dusty palette, and the colors really mix well together. So I personally love mixing shades together. I love mixing my lip colors all the time. Like today I'm wearing a mix of lip colors as well. And I really like having a palette of blushes where I can kind of just mix and match to my liking. And that is one of the reasons I'm really enjoying this. Also, I like blushes that are either very pigmented and blend very well, or those that are not super pigmented and you kind of have to buff them in to get this like natural lit from within glow. And I feel like this is in the former category, and like I'm really enjoying them. So I think they are really nice, and I just wanted to share with you guys some of these swatches. Now for me, I guess my favorite colors probably lend more towards, I think it's like these two pinks and then this like peachy shade here. but I have actually experimented with these deeper shades as well. This red is a little hard for me to apply. It is a little deep for me, so I really need like the slightest bit, but I have found it's great to mix in to punch up some color. And if I use a super light hand and apply it with like a smaller blush brush, and then I buff it in with a clean, bigger brush, I get this really nice rosy glow to my cheeks as well. So I think this palette, the colors vary enough that it would work for a wide variety of skin tones. And overall, I'm very pleased with it. So if you're interested, stay tuned and you can see the little clip of me applying the blush from today. And thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so today we're going to apply the Viseart blush palette. This is in Rose Coral. It's number 2. And this one, I think, since I've gotten for kind of like a light peachy golden look today, I think I am going to go ahead and dip into these 2 shades. So I'm going to start off with the lighter shade and then just add a touch of the middle shade here. So this brush, this is the ESUM G53, and use Beauty Pro if you buy this blush palette. The blush palette is $80, but Use Beauty Pro, they have a deal where you can get this ESUM brush for an extra $9, so $89 for the 2. So that's what I did. And this blush is very pigmented, so you just really need to get a tiny bit. Can you see that on there? And it is very pigmented. So I think it's better to go in little increments. So what I have on so far, I'm wearing the Clé de Peau primer, which is basically a sunscreen. And I have on the Guerlain L'Essentiel foundation in 00N. And on my eyes, I have the Tom Ford Soleil Diva quad up. See, I barely touched it and I got just a little bit too much. So I'm just going to dab that off of my cloth and just add a little bit here. All right, and kind of blend that. And then for the eyeliner on the upper lid, I have the Chanel Ombre Contour in, was it number 34? I think it's the brown one. Anyways, I'll put everything in the description box. But that's basically it. So here is the blush, and I really like having the palette where I can kind of mix things together. So thanks for applying this with me, and I'll be back in a minute. Thanks. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope this was helpful to you guys. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you are interested in doing so, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you're interested in receiving notifications for when a new video comes up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day.